Hello everyone, it's Ben here again with the Papa Ben YouTube channel. Just want to take a little time today to talk about a subject that is I think it's our most precious commodity, and that's time. The title of this is Love, spelled Time. Somebody told me that once, that's how children spell love. And yeah, I never really understood that before. I never, I guess, had taken the time, pardon the pun, to think about it. But I know that with the grandkids that I have now, that it's important. I take every opportunity I can to spend time with them. The level of quality time really depends my mood, where I'm at with things in the rest of my life. And that's one of the challenges with time, is to be able to shut off the rest of the world for a while and just focus on them. It's a challenge sometimes. We all know that. And one of the things that I've done recently, and it's amazing how they respond, but even as you're watching this video today on some type of device, and the way that we're glued to those today, how important devices are in our lives, that even from little on, children see that. And my grandkids see that when they're with me, and they see how important their phones are to their parents and to everybody around them. And it's interesting to watch their reaction. They're as enthralled by the devices as anybody else, like the oldest one being 12, and the 7-year-olds, they have iPads, and a lot of times I think they spend too much time on it, but the world's different than it was before too, when I grew up. And it's just interesting when they are with me and I'm looking at my phone and I catch myself and I stop, turn it off, and set the phone down and move it away. It's just interesting to see their reaction when they see me actually move my phone away, put it to the side, turn it off, and just focus on them. And I even do it sometimes when they're with me. They'll be on my lap and we'll be looking at something or looking at pictures. They love to look at pictures themselves. And I'll just turn it off and set it aside, and their reaction is interesting to me. Sometimes it's joy, sometimes it's astonishment. It just I think it gives them a real sense of importance, in the sense of the idea that, hey, Grandpa's doing something, that he's setting something else that's important to him aside to spend this time with me. Another thing I've done is, the last time that they were here, the two, Riot and Aria, they are 7 and 2, and Aria would sleep on the couch, and I'd make sure that I got up early, and I'd make my coffee, take my vitamins in the morning, and have my routine before she'd wake up. And she'd be sleeping on the love seat, actually, in the living room. And I'd have my cup of coffee, and I'd be sitting in my chair, which is by the love seat, and wait for her to wake up. And the 2 mornings of that weekend were just fantastic. She would wake up and look around, and she would look over at the chair, and she'd smile, and she'd say, "Papa." And then first thing she'd do is come over to me and sit on my lap and snuggle. And we would just sit there quietly, cuddle. We'd talk a little bit, and it was just an amazing experience for me. It's one of the highlights of my last couple weeks, to think back on that. I have some pictures of us sitting together too, and that just brightens my day when I think about that. When I think about how she reacted to me taking that time and being there when she woke up, and just, I don't know, it was just something really special about it. And it was just a matter of me taking time, planning it a little bit, I do a pretty good job of plotting out time, some things to do, some things just to spend time together that, we think that we're not really doing nothing, but going to the playground, again, having my phone put away, paying attention to them and swinging, it just really means the world to them. And it's hard sometimes. I have a life, I own a business, I have struggles with the business and employees and all those things that everyone has, paying bills, living their life, all the things we have going on. But it's always rewarding and always a huge return on investment for me, I feel, when I'm able to just stop the rest of the world and focus on them. And I feel that they really do feel that they're loved. I think that they feel like that time spent is a way of showing them love, and that they are important to me. So it's something that I try to be very conscious of, and I think we all can do that. It's hard sometimes, like I said. I think that I have so many things that I have to do and get done, and it takes a conscious effort to make it happen. It takes a conscious effort to make it happen. But again, like I said, my return on investment is tenfold at least with that. It's interesting too when there's a group of them together, because I like them to interact. I want them to have a relationship with their cousins. I want them to know who their cousins are, and just just build that relationship. That's something that I want them to have. I want to do for them. And so I try to just let them play sometimes too, and just get to know each other. But even when there's a bunch of them there, one of them will want to come sit on my lap, or two of them, sometimes they fight over sitting on my lap and hanging out and just being close, and being in that space with me. And that makes my heart warm also when they compete a little bit for that time. Or last weekend when they were here as well, one of them would come sit on my lap, and then a couple others would want to come because they didn't want to miss out on something. They were a little jealous of each other, and that made me feel good too, that they feel that that's that important to them, that they want to protect that a little bit, and they want to get as much as they can. It tells me I'm doing something right in that area. And that's a gauge that I use, is just how they react to things. And taking that time, like I said before, putting down the device, just being able to look them in the eye and concentrate on what they're talking about or thinking about, or just spend that quiet time together. It really helps build a bond. I think I built a bond with all of them before they could even talk or we could communicate. And one time a person told me that they explained true intimacy is that when you're just in the same space with somebody, when there's nothing else, there's no TV on, you're just sitting quietly together, even if it's just in the same room. And I think that helps build an intimate, deep bond with my grandkids when I can do that. When we can just sit there in the chair, Aria and I, in the morning, I can drink my coffee and spend that time with her and enjoy it, and know that she's enjoying it too. The second morning was the first thing she looked for, was that me being there. And so it just warms my heart when I'm able to do that. So something that I'm very appreciative of, that I've learned a lot of that. And it is a learned thing for me. It's not natural, and sometimes, like I said, I have to consciously stop my mind and just focus on them. But it is able to be done, and it's one of those things, if we practice it, the more that I do it, the better I get at it. And it's worth it to me. It's absolutely worth it to me. So yeah, that's what I had on my mind today. I just wanted to share that with everyone. I do appreciate you taking your time, like I said before, on taking time out of your lives to watch these videos. I hope there's something beneficial in there for you. I hope you enjoy getting to know us. And seeing how we live a life and can take something positive away from that. If it is something you enjoy, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and help us get a little more traction and see what else is next. When you hit the subscribe, you'll get the the next videos. Get a notice when they come up. So appreciate your time. I hope everyone has a great day, and thank you.